So today I'm going to air layer this dogwood, and I'm going to take this branch out of the middle and leave the rest of the tree for planting out in the front yard. It has a bit of damage here, which is why I want to air layer above that. And I don't think I could use the base of the tree in a bonsai anyway because of the way that the graft is done. It's not terrible, but obviously be much better as a bonsai if I could start above there and forget about this graft. And yeah, so if you don't know about air layering, what we're going to do is remove a ring of bark around this branch. Going to scrape off the Cambrian layer. I always want to say Cambrian. It's not, it's cambium. Scrape off the cambium layer here, and then we're going to put some rooting hormone on, although apparently you don't necessarily need to do that. And then we'll wrap it with some moss to keep it moist and wait for roots to grow into the moss. And once that's done in 6 weeks or maybe a few months, then we can remove the branch and grow it on its own roots. So let's see if I can get a good angle here for you. Going somewhere in there. Might just, do I take this off? Try and go above it. I think I'll just try and go above it. What a terrible blade. I have a better one somewhere. Hold on. I could do it completely straight, or I could even try it on an angle, depending on the planting angle that I would like to use for the tree. Of course, it's always interesting if it's on a little bit of an angle, but this is very tight to work in, so I might not really have much of a choice. And of course, I want to scrape that off. you don't want to miss any of that because it creates a bridge for the tree to still be able to send, I don't know if nutrients is correct, but moisture perhaps, or sugars down. I think basically the principle is that as the branch produces sugars up above, it's got to send them down to the roots, and without the roots actually being here, it's not going to be able to do that, so it has to start producing roots out of this point here. But if you have a bridge of cambium, then of course it's just going to bypass that. Okay, so it's a good angle to work with. I could probably get a hand in there. So I'm using this rooting hormone. It's just a powder. I use a paintbrush to paint it on, just because that's a nice, easy way to do it. Again, I've heard that you don't necessarily have to have rooting hormone, but anything to make it easier. I'm just using some 1 mil wire, if I can find the end. So I just take a plastic bag and I cut it, so I cut it flat. Load this up with sphagnum moss and try and get my hand through there somewhere. Voila. So again, we're going to leave that on there for a few weeks.